child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Davin, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Hey, Sincere. Hey. Wait a minute. Let me start back this. Let me go back up, child. I'm nervous now. Ooh, child. Hey, Shaker Pieces. Hey, Davin. Hey, Sugar Mama. Hey, Sincere. Hey, Libra. I can't get. Is it virtuous Libra? Hey, Emmanuel. Sugar Mama, child. Tommy done hit Castro in the head, and it was blood everywhere. And I named this video, ooh, child. He was covered in blood. Now, you know, they have had a violent relationship, and the violence has gotten to a point of Tommy hitting him in the head. And I think it was with one of them. It looked like one of them things that you lock your steering wheel with. It looked like kind of like one of them things. Now, see, Tommy was in his car and he drove to where Castro hit, like Castro house, and Castro was outside because he was on live. You know, Castro had been on live over an hour, just sitting outside talking. Well, here Tommy come, and they had words back and forth and stuff. And the next thing you know, you hear scuffling and a hit. And I think Castro had like passed out or got knocked out from the lick on his head, and he came to and started walking and stuff. And he kind of staggered to the house, and then he walked back out to the street. And he said, "Y'all, look at this." And y'all, it was blood everywhere on his face. It was going all in his eye and stuff. It was on down on his chest. He didn't have no shirt on, because it's hot. So he had on shorts and a shirt. I mean, with no shirt, and it was blood all over his chest. Now, see, he could take that to court, and use that. But I did a video about a week ago, and I told you guys that Castro's arm was in a sling. And then Tommy had ran down there and put a restraining order on Castro, because you could do that. Like you can go down there and put a restraining order on anybody, but you have to go before the judge in so many days. And I don't know if they've been to court where it was like the judge say yes or that you're in danger, or the judge say no. I don't know if it got to that point yet. But Tommy has been triggered lately because like Castro is trying to go along and do his own thing. But Tommy keep hitting Pastor's channel. He was on Brian channel and did his own channel, and he got struck. So he kind of been wigging out. And I guess it escalated to the day just a little while ago when he hit the guy, when he hit Castro in the head with that, that it looked like one of them things you put on your steering wheel that lock the steering wheel where they can't drive off. That is really sad. Now I heard, I seen a video, I seen a title of a video that Deanna Irvin was doing, the verbal assassin. Now she said he was in jail and it's good. Now that's what her title said. So I'm glad that police have picked him up allegedly, um, because he need to be in jail. To cool off or do whatever the hell you got to do, dude. Because now you done hurt my arm. Now you done hit me in my head. And Castro, on one of his videos, he was showing the different scars he had from Tommy. And Tommy is going for his head and his face now. He has scars on his neck. And I don't know what, I didn't see any scars on his, on his body part, the upper part of his body today. But there could have been, because it was a lot of blood, child. But Tommy need to sit down. He really need to stop, because, like I said, it's escalating. And he goes to where Castro was at, because Castro was at home. And it's no excuse for that. And he had drove off, so he could have just left without a fight, because they had their little words, and Tommy drove off, but he stopped. And they came back, and this what happened. And Castro got it over there on his channel. Just go to the close to the end, and y'all, the blood just going, just rolling down his face onto his chest. It is awful. Now, it don't take all that to break up, and it don't take all that to stay together. It really don't. But I think that he was drunk, and I'm sure Castro been drinking too. But Castro was at home drinking. Tommy was in his damn car and came to Castro's house. And I guess Tommy's scared of Castro, but he done beat him up before, with his fists on live. And they tried to get him to have him arrested for that, but he didn't. And then it just getting worse and worse, and I don't get it. But I was saying somebody gonna get hurt, but now somebody gonna get taken out. They're gonna get unalived. They just need to stay away from each other. But hopefully, like when he go, if he is in jail, they make him stay at least all night or either till Monday. Let him dry all the way out and cool and chill all the way out and think about what he done, because it can get worse. But I don't think they should let him out tonight, because he probably, get madder and madder just from the police picking him up. And he blamed Castro for everything. Every time they have a fight, he's never at fault. It's always Castro's fault. But he's just an abuser. And he seen Castro with his phone in his hand, and Castro had told him, "I'm recording you." Child, he done hit that man in his head. And while Castro was talking, the knot was getting bigger and bigger on his head. Now that's effed up now. That's effed up. And see, he don't care about him. He trying to mess his face up or his head. Knocking you in the head was that was like one of them things you put on your steering wheel. But it might not have been, but it was, whatever it was sturdy. It was sturdy and it hit hard. They need to stop. But now this is the time for Castro to put the restraining order on Tommy, because now that is a reason to have one. So he don't need to be coming. You don't need to be coming by my house. I don't need to even lay eyes on you. And Castro said, "I'm gonna ear him," and you don't need to be saying that kind of stuff. But if he come to his house, he can ear him, because he already heard him. So that'll be like, I don't see how they could charge him if somebody come to your house. I don't even know if they stay in the same town. I don't know, because I don't know much about them. Like they've been dating for a while, but I don't know a whole lot about him. And like I said, I was staying away from the story. But see, I just left Twitch over at 357s and came out here just to see if anything was going on. And Brianna was live, and I seen her. She was talking about it. I said, let me go over here and see if the lab is still up so I can see for sure if he had got hit. And yep, he got hit. And the video's still up. And he bloody, just blood all over his face and his chest. And his it was going in his eye and stuff. I was saying, my God. Now Tommy looking like a fool because that's a serious charge. That's like a battery, that's battery. I'm just glad he didn't have no pow because if you mad enough to hit somebody in the head with an iron pipe, you mad enough to do that to him. You know, you never know what people do in a fit of anger. So maybe now he'll leave him alone since he done hit him and stuff, and know they'll put his ass in jail. Maybe he'll leave him alone. And then it's not gonna look good that he went to the man's house too. That ain't gonna look good at all in court. Because that could have been avoided. He didn't have to go to Tom. He didn't have to go to Castro house, you know. And from what Castro was saying, I don't think Castro was like picking the phone up for him. Castro just didn't want to be bothered. But he shouldn't be required to pick the phone up if they're not together. You have to make a clean break with. I don't walked away and just walked away and didn't say anything. The person didn't even know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do. It was spur of the moment. And I left and didn't go back. I don't have to tell you why. I'm just sick of you right now. Today is the day. And my love of my life came and said, come, Paulette, grab your bags, let's go. And I did it. I flew out that door, child. My man, he didn't know shit. When he come home, it wasn't nothing but an empty house. I did. I ran out that door like I was Scarlett O'Hara, honey. Went out there to that man and I left with him. Stayed with him till he died. But yeah, child. But love make you do strange things, you know. But hopefully Castro won't go back to him. And I like Castro. Castro is a real cool cat, but now for his dating, I don't know how he act, but I'm just saying he seemed laid back. He been in the B sector forever. He sings songs for the people that don't know. But child, he done hit that man in the head. It escalated that far. And I really, really hate that. And now I'm gonna get off of that dreary news and I'll go to some news that's dreary, but it's not as dreary as that, okay? They have been striking, okay? Over there in the Mo 3 beef sector, they've been striking the hell out of each other. Jackie lost the page. Coolin like lost 2 or 3. Big Lat got struck. I'm trying to think was anybody else. Let me look at my notes. Wait a minute. I got to pull the damn notepad up. My computer had froze before I came on. And I forgot to pull my notepad back up. I had to reboot. Okay, here you go. And let me make sure I gave you all the people that have gotten struck or struck all the way out. I think Coolin, they say Coolin lost 3 pages. Tommy, he got struck. You heard that over there at Jay Wilson's. I think I heard that yesterday. Let me see. Let me pull it up to see. Make it bigger. Okay, Jackie got struck out. Um, Cooling, I think she lost 3 pages. Big Lack and Tommy. Those are the people that I know that got struck. There could be more. Now I'm gonna let you guys know this. When I was at the captain's this morning, he was very mad about how they certain people are getting struck in the Mo3 beef sector, and he declared war. He said that he's tired of going along. We just not we stay quiet and we don't say anything. He said that's not going to be like that this time. So he declared war. He said, whatever happens, with the strikes, they ain't the only ones that can strike. It's time for him to start striking. And he asked for people that know how to teach him how to strike. He wants to strike people now. And he never have been a striker because he don't even know how to strike. So it looks like they gearing up, you know, sharpening up on their striking skills, and they getting ready to have a striking war. Now we have had striking wars before in the beef sector. They strike my power. You get each other, and after a while, they just say, "Well, look, they call a truce because a striking war. You just have to keep on making pages. And it'd be some people get caught up in it that's not even in the shit. But when they start striking, they just start striking. And plus, over here in the beef sector, they got pretty bad striking, but it has, to me, from what I can see, it's kind of settling down, but it can heat back up at any time. But right now, the place that's striking and honey is that Mo 3V sector. And I mean, they wiping their ass out. And see, that's another reason that a lot of the people are moving to Twitch. They tired of, getting struck over here on YouTube. And so they, in so many words, they just gonna let them have it. You can have this application. I'll go somewhere else. And so, and then they say if this stuff start happening on Twitch, they'll just go to another place. And the next one is gonna be damn, I can't think of the name of it, but they have you know A, B, C, D. They got different things that they're gonna try out. But you really can't hide on the internet because we all be everywhere. And I'm testing other sites and stuff, and that's something I wasn't doing, but now I am because if the people that I like, if they move to somewhere else, I'm gonna have to go with them if I want to keep watching them and see what the people that are still on YouTube they are doing is do a little bit on YouTube, and then hey, we getting ready to go to Twitch, and then they started moving their crowd to Twitch. So I'm thinking that sooner or later, uh, 357 won't be over here anymore. I think the captain will be in and out. I think Big Baby will be in and out. Now Jackie, I can see her moving, and I think Duck will move if 357 completely moved to the Twitch. Um, but it's a lot of people over there already that have gotten monetized. So, and I'm trying to figure out how to start lives over there. But they got like I'm in a camp thing right now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just click. It's sending me to camps like boot camp and stuff. And I know Broadway them didn't do all this shit I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is get my black ass on the panel and say, is this anything like YouTube? Is just a button you can push? Because it's telling me to do all kind of steps just to go live. And I was saying, I can't do all this shit. And how to figure out it's too much. And I know Broadway them ain't did what I'm going through over on Twitch trying to get to where I can go live. I know they didn't have to do all of that. Because I'm verified over there and everything. I know I got through that. But now I'm going through this boot camp and I am stuck in it. It's the craziest thing you ever seen in your life. And now I still don't know what button to hit. Cause I look on my screen and see if I can see anything. And it's not a button like they have on YouTube. You just click it. And you get to, go get the StreamYard or whatever. It's different. But I just wanted to let y'all know that. And let me get my notes back up. I ain't gonna keep you all night because I seen a whole lot of people going live, and I wanted to get it. I wanted to get in on the action too, to let y'all know the hot news that was out. Okay. Now I don't know how true this is. Now this is allegedly. I was watching Pastor, and the conversation came up, and the conversation was that ZX is living with his mom, and they said that Castro said it, that his mama be coming there and telling him to shut the hell up, you too loud and stuff like that. Now I know that happened when he first got out the rehab. Maybe staying over there for a little bit, but I thought he had went back home. Well, the word on the curb is that he ain't never left his mama house ever since that wreck, child. And that wreck was over a year ago. Now, ZX, now is that your nurse that you taking them pictures with that hair all in your face and kissing in the mouth and stuff? Is that nurse? Is that your nurse? He came on Lemons last week. He was saying he was singing "To Be Loved, To Be Loved." It's a wonderful thing, child. Now if you're living with your mama, I know your mama ain't letting you lay up in there, cause she old fashioned. I know she is. So, are you when you in that nurse when y'all be doing all that hanky panky and stuff, and you laying down and she got a howl in your face? Is that at her house? And CX, did you lose Miss Hazel house? Was you too sorry to pay for that house after you done stole it from that woman? When you got that loan and put the repairs on the few little repairs that you did? Don't you mean to tell me you done stole a house and you couldn't keep it up? You couldn't pay the taxes? You mean to tell me you was too lazy to get a job to pay that loan back that you got at the bank that Miss Hazel's co-signed for them repairs? You mean to tell me you done stole that woman's house and lost it? You had a bird nest on the ground. Now you done stole a house. How come you couldn't get no job and keep the upkeep on the house? Why come you couldn't? You know the house was older, so you had to go in there and do some work. You mean to tell me that you blew that money? You sorry. You sorry. That's sorry. Now Rodney had a lab today. I watched him. He had Crystal was on the panel, Uppity, Max, Sparkle. It was several different ones up there. And Honey, and Room Shaker. And Honey, Room Shaker, and Uppity had it out. And I mean, they had it out. And then Uppity always be picking at people in the chat, and she had been picking at Room Shaker, and she had been picking at Max Boogie. So Max got up there, and she was dragging too, but you couldn't really hear her. It was something wrong with her mic, because her mics, but for some reason it was not, you really couldn't hear a whole lot of what she was saying, but I know she was saying a lot. They drug and drug, and finally Stefan said that Rodney texted him and said that he was getting ready to shut the live down, And I was saying, damn, how Rodney do? Why he gets the fun to do it? So then Rodney finally did come up and say, yeah, he was getting ready to stop the live, and y'all got any last words? Well, honey, Room Shaker went live, and she told, ooh, she drug Uppity, and they was dragging kids and everything there over there at Rodney's, and Room Shaker finished up over at her place, and then when they was at Rodney's dragging, Uppity dropped off the panel and she ran and went live. She do that kind of shit. Either she'll go down in the chat when you get on her ass real tough, and she couldn't bear it anymore, and she ran. But then she came back, and she ain't got much life in her. She can't drag. You know. Um. So that what happened there. So if you want to see some good dragging, go to Rodney's. And then you want to see the rest of it, go to Room Shakers. And I don't know what Uppity said on her live, but I'm sure she said some things. And I'm sure Max probably went live, but I don't really go over to Max, you know, because I don't think she liked me and I don't like her. Okay. Mysterious, she's been going live. And on her live, she had Woo, Gina, Duke Farrow, Blue, Blue. I don't. It's some new people. Christina, Shane Gang, Big Reed, Mal One, Bubba, New Era King, and they would. It wasn't really much dragging on it. They were just happy to have Mysterious back where they can just go over there and visit. So, but sometimes it get cranked up. But today was not a day to get cranked up over there. Now they might have did something later on. I don't know because I left. It's just moving around. I wanted to move around YouTube. Okay, now SD went live yesterday, and Coolin had got struck while that live was going on. Well, of course, she came over to SD's, and it was um, Roast the Toast, Jackie, Big Baby, Josh, Royalty, Love is Blue. Okay, and Coolin, and they was discussing about Coolin getting struck. Um, and she was talking about the different pages of hers that got struck. I think it was Coolin's Turban. Well, I can't remember all of them. But I will, I'm subscribed to them. But I, missed out on the dragon that Coolin had did to upset whoever to strike them. To strike her. Well, child, I got to go over there on Twitch today, and Big Baby played it, honey. And Coolin was talking that shit. Do you hear me? And then she played Big Lack too. And child, it was a damn mess at Big Lack's. CB, she got HIV. She announced that she have HIV. Well, ever since she made that announcement, every time she get on a panel, that's all she want to talk about. And it be like dreary. It could happen to anybody. It happened to me. And I'm gonna be an advocate, and I'm not no whore, and anybody can get it, and just on and on and on and on and on. Well, child, she started that shit over there at Lax, and Big Baby let her have it, child. Big Baby was saying, "You got it because you she said, you always talked about me being a prostitute and this and that and this, just trying to make it like I'm the lowest thing on the earth. But look at you. You got HIV." And she went on and on. And on and on and on, and then CB was telling her that she wanted to fight her, and Big Baby said, "Bitch, I ain't gonna fight you. I don't want that shit. You might bite me." And was going on and on and on. And child, I know. I now that I see how come Black Castro, cause it was bad. Y'all hear me? It was awful. It was awful. And she was saying something about you got HIV. It ain't like you got Ebola. And she was going on and on. And she was saying, you one of the main people. When I said that, when she said that she was a prostitute, she said, you one of the main motherfuckers. Was telling me I was going to get diseases. I was going to do this. And you nasty. And she was telling her she was calling her nasty. You a hoe. That's how you got it. And who is the one you said gave it to you? You said everybody else got tested, but one person. Who was that one person? Give me the name. It was awful, guys. Now, if y'all want to hear that, you got to go over there on Twitch to hear that, child. I was like, oh. But when she said Ebola, I fell out because that's when you bleeding out your eyes and your ears and everything. It's bad, bad, bad. Okay, and I was, oh my god! And when Big Baby was playing it, people in the chat was saying, "No, stop, Big Baby," and Big Baby kept going. And then she seen that 357 was live, so she stopped the damn video because she wanted to be nosy and get over there. 357, he had been live like an hour, child. But hopefully she'll play the rest of it because CB wasn't giving no kind of fight back. She did try, but it wasn't working. But um, over at 357, which he is still alive right now, he was saying, now somebody up, now he said, well, when you left from Lax, when you dropped out the pound, then CB got crunk up and she started dragging the hell out of you. And Big Baby said, yep, she sure did. And I hit that damn panel again and I threw that horse some more. And she said every time she would jump down, then that's when CB would try to fight back and would drag. And she said, I would hit that panel again and tear her ass up again. And so Big Baby been holding all that in. And now she's the shoe on the other foot. So now I guess everywhere she sees CB, she gonna attack since CB was attacking her, you know, for all the years because Big Baby, she was like a prostitute for like 2 years, something like that. So now Big Baby got some artillery and she is shooting and she gonna be shooting at CB for a while, guys. Ooh, child. I was over there on Twitch. I was there, oh, you know. So like I said, I see why Let got struck. Now see, I don't know how bad Coolin was dragging. Cause see, Big Baby didn't play at all of Coolin's either, but Coolin was doing some dragging. So if you want to hear Coolin, the one that got her page took one of the pages, you can hear some of that on Big Baby's. Now I'm sure Big Baby got the whole video, but she just was playing portions. But she was playing big portions, but we didn't get to see all of it. Which I can understand her cutting some things short because She young. She want to get out and do other things, you know. Then plus Broadway was last, so you know everybody want to go see his last. But child, I was sad. I had my mouth wide open on Coolest drags and Big Baby drags, honey. Ooh, child. Now let me see what it is. I'm trying to go fast, child, to these notes. Let me see. Okay, I talked about Rodney. Talked about Mysterious. Okay, so I'm through with them and I'm through with SD. I went by J Dunn's and she was playing some old stuff, but it was like recordings of this heat, and it was some there was some pretty good stuff over there. I didn't listen to all of it, but she had it was like an older video. Ness was on it, Heat was on it, and J Dunn, and there was a lot of hollering, and both of they voices, you know, all three of their voices, they kind of piercing. So I had to get up out of there. I didn't want to get a headache, and my allergies been giving me the blues. Uh, and Pastor Hunt, he been have I've been getting my life on listening to him. Uh, Not so much the Tommy and Castro thing. I like to see him and Brian going back and forth. And then Rhoda started hanging around over there at Pastels, and then he will go to Brian's too. So it's been a lot. They've been just scratching it back and forth. And Brian, the guy that you know he used to date, the white guy that came back in his life. I told you guys that he had him over at Jay Wilson's uh, one time. Well, Brian broke up with him because see, Brian won't have children, and the guy from Mississippi, he don't want no kids. Everybody don't want kids, you know, just because you want them, they might not want them. And the guy didn't want them, and he wouldn't like budge on it. So Brian throwed him away. So on that guy, he was like, you know, like the one that got away. That's how Brian felt about him for years. But when he got him back, he didn't, you know, he didn't want it. So it be like that sometime. And Brian done threw the man to the curb, child. And he was supposed to be going to the meet and greet in Virginia with Brian. So I don't know if Brian's still gonna go. And I don't know if Pastor go. But I think Brian will go because he want to see Roe, but he had pulled out because Shakim is supposed to be gone. And you know Brian can't stand Shakim. Child, I don't know what they're gonna do. That's a mess. Uh and Pastor, he keep telling Roe, Brian say he'll give you his kidney. And he just keep on saying, and he be saying, his kidney. And he said, Brian, bro, he be telling saying, Brian want Ro real bad. He wants you so bad, bro. He wants you, you know. And Ro was, you know, he was saying, this now. And Brian still calls him. And Ro be want to get out the phone, but Brian allegedly he want to keep Ro on the phone to talk, you know, keep the line open. They a mess, okay? Now I don't know if Brian and Ro will ever hook up. I have no clue. Now if Shakim go to that meet and greet, now that might be a different thing because Ro have feelings for Shakim. And I don't know if he'll mess with Brian. But Brian said that he would have Ro climbing up the wall, honey. And I said, what are you gonna be doing the road to make him climb up the wall, child? Brian got it all worked out in his mind, honey. Road, I don't know. I ain't gonna tell you to do it, and I ain't gonna tell you not to do it. But if you do it, don't be tripping if you climb up the wall, because that's what he say he gonna make you do. Child. And Nika and Krista is still into it. Nika says up and it's stuck. Crystal says up and it's stuck. So, child. Okay. And I went by Envy's one day, and he had Malik, Brenda, Ghetto, Krista, Lolo, LaDon. Now that's that new content creator I was telling you guys about. And one thing I like about her, she's making herself known. She hit panels, even though she don't stay up there but like a minute. She participate, but in some people that don't care for her, and some people she don't care for. So I think that the dragon is getting ready to begin with her. Okay? Because she got people out here that don't care nothing about her. And she don't care nothing about them, honey. So we getting ready to see some dragon. We gonna see how good she is. I think she'll be a good fit for the beef sector. And Envy on his show, he said that Audio said he was gonna slap him. And Envy want to know when you gonna do this. And then they have a channel on YouTube that you can do that kind of stuff on. You want to put the boxing gloves on, you can put the boxing gloves on. They don't get struck or anything. They have rules and this and that. Everybody aware of what's going on. So it ain't like somebody just jump you. These people are actually men and women that have beefs that get in the ring. But Envy want to know when and where Audio gonna do this slapping, and he also said for him they can do it over there on that channel where everybody cool. That ain't gonna be no bad stuff to go on. So, child, I'll keep y'all up to date on that. Okay, let me see. Yeah. And Audio have been moving around over there in the Mo3 beef sector. Now he have not, as far as I could tell, he haven't been hitting no links yet over there. Now he was hitting links before him and 88 fell out, because I seen him over at Captain's one night. He do them impersonations, and he was doing like he was selling uppity pancake mix or some shit like that. He do different voices. Now I don't know how he gonna go into the Mo3 beef sector. I don't know how he's gonna do that, but he is sitting his butt in that chat trying to figure out what's going on, and that's what he need to do, because he don't know nothing about none of them folks over there, other than what 88 told him. But so far, I haven't seen him on any panel. Now Bimp was going live when I came on. I really hate that too, but I'll catch up on that because I know they over there. Because he hadn't been on in a while, so I know they over there clowning. Meek went live the other day, and she was dragging Duck. Now Meek have been live some more times, but I missed them. Pisa went live, and she had a lady named Antoinette on the thing. BL and Trish was on the panel. And Antoinette, she hadn't been around in a while. Now, I don't know very much about her, but her and Pisa was going back and forth. And I guess while Antoinette's been gone, her and her husband got a divorce or something happened, okay? Well, Pizza and her was, throwing slugs at each other. And then Pizza played. She played. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I was on the wrong one. Wait a minute. Oh, she played Let's Keep It on the Down Low. And she said that her husband was saying that And Antoinette just, it was like somebody slapped her. She just got quiet. And then she rolled out the panel. And I was saying, damn, to myself, is she crying or what's going on? And BLM was saying, Pizza, you made her cry and this and that. And Pizza, I don't give a damn. And then Antoinette hit the panel back on the panel. And she said she wasn't crying. But Antoinette, I believe you did shed a tear, you know, because you didn't fall off no other time. But honey, when she put that song on and was talking about her husband, Antoinette, it was like somebody slapped her child. And then they was telling, while Antoinette was gone, they was telling Pisa to turn that off. And Pisa would turn it off. But then when Antoinette came back up there, she started playing the song again. And I said, oh my God, Pisa, you ain't shit. Um, Now this was real juicy the other day on Jackie channel, cause 88 had been dragging Jackie, but Jackie that wasn't responding cause she don't watch 88. But 88 made a video and somebody sent it to Jackie. Somebody that's in her loop that, well, if you sent this to me, I know I need to listen to it. Well, when she listened to it, she was saying, this bitch is lying, and I'm tired of lying on her. So I got to play. So after she heard it, she contacted the guy that 88 was talking about. And his name is The Real, something like that. Well, child, the guy said they was talking and he told Jackie that first time that he talked to 88, he got some. And then he also told her that like another day, months later, that uh 88 wanted to interview him because he do like comedy skits and stuff, and they say he got a whole lot of followers over on Facebook and different things like that. And one time, he made a couple of shows with Big Baby and all of that kind of stuff. Well, Jackie and him was talking about that, and then he said that 88 asked him would he do an interview with her, and he said he knew she didn't have no money to pay him, and he told her you know what I want, and she said like what you want, and he was saying he wanted some head, and she said okay, and honey, she was playing that goddamn recording over there, and I was clutching my pearl. Well, the next thing you know, Jack and Paige got gone. Okay. And she said that every time that 88, if she come out with that bullshit lies and stuff, she's gonna always debunk them because she's gonna always have a way to debunk them. Like when 88 said that her baby daddy was trying to go with her, she went live and her baby daddy came on the panel and said that he had no contact with 88 and stuff, but 88 was saying they had FUCKED, and they really had it. Okay, I'm trying to go fast. Okay, I was at Coolins and who was over there? Eve, SD, and Miss Fred. That's the lady that act like she an old lady. Um, Let me see. And they just it was just it wasn't one of them kind of lives that got a page struck. This was before they was doing the striking, so they was just up there just having a good old time on that live. And child, QB did a short the other day. QB, you need your ass whooped. He did a short the other day, and he was in the grocery store, and he said he was looking for some chicken salad. So he went to the where the chicken salad be at, and he was saying, "Oh, they got several kinds, and this one got berries in it, and this and that." And so he got that. He picked out the original chicken salad, and then he got some like Godiva cheese, and he got some those those cute little crackers, and that's what he bought. But QB, you know you wrong. Cause see him and Brian been having words back and forth. And he did that because of Brian. Okay. And a couple of days ago I was at Pastor's and he was like he would tell him, Dr. Creo, uh, Tommy, Rico, Catherine, Powell, and Tiffany. They were all up there at different times. And he Pastor said that Brian was unhinged, that he was uptight, and that he needed to chill out and take some medication or do something. He said because he was just like kind of spiraling. Sometimes you can see people when they kind of manic. I'm not saying he was manic, but I'm just saying when they do different, you could tell when they hit the panel how they gonna be on their lives if they upset and stuff. So I guess he was saying that Brian was coming unhinged. Now another person they says was coming unhinged. Now I don't know if this is true or not, but they were saying it over there at Pastor Creole, Dr. Creole, Pastor, and somebody else was up there. I can't think of who else. And they were saying that Lolo was kind of tripping. And they said that she was unloved, that she felt unloved and all of that kind of stuff. Lolo, that might be the edible things you done got. When you order something through the mail from Louisiana, and see, you don't know what that person put in that shit. Okay? Because that stuff is home remedies. That stuff, they be going to the dispensary, getting the different liquid stuff and all that kind of shit. You don't know what they giving you. So maybe you lay back off of that a little while and see if you feel better. Because sometimes when you taking medication or drink or whatever with your medication, it can make you depressed, or it could, you can. Could be a downer, or it could be an upper. So I don't know, but maybe if you are feeling unloved, baby, the edibles and stuff, leave that shit alone and weed for right now, and see if you could kind of bounce back, okay? Because life is hard. We all have problems, you know, and it can get overwhelming. But if if you're changing like they are saying you changing and you're feeling unloved, baby, do something different. Get off of YouTube and quit taking that shit, whatever that edible things is. Okay. Um, I went by. This is the last one. I went by 88. She had Jackie, Eve, Captain, Gina, Duck, Annie Mills. Eve got bought down, but before she got bought down, she was into it with uh, Gina, of course. Mills and Duck got into it. Wait a minute. And Duck blocked somebody. I can't think of who it was because he got really mad because Duck. He been like going off lately, and somebody was in that chat and he blocked them out of the chat, and I think he blocked them on the panel where they couldn't come back on the panel. I don't know what was going on with that, but he was kind of having a little tantrum. I thought it was cute. Another day, him and Jackie got into it. They was into it over there on Twitch, and of course, I was throwing slugs at Jackie, which she used to it and stuff. But they got arguing and stuff, and I he had run off and left, and she was still saying stuff. So I got up there and I told her she need to leave him alone. That he hadn't done anything to her, and you need to settle down, young lady, and stuff like that. And then Duck came back and he said, "Back, Miss Paulette, I got it from here. You can go on and get down." And I said, "Okay, boo," and I got off the panel. And that's my commentary. Okay. Hey, Mahaya, my Mahaya. Hey, Daquan. Hey, long line. See who here. I'm trying to go fast so I can get out here because I know Bimp is live. Hey, BB. Hey, Vibrant. Hey, Hood. Hey, Shin Chong. Hey, Miss LA. Another thing, I was in Nichols this today, and I can't think of who that was in the chat. They said that somebody said that they had struck me. Do you get a email when you get struck or not? Or do you not get one? But the person said that Miss Paulette, I heard somebody said that they struck you, and I said, huh. And so I looked out through my emails. I started back from the day, I think it was the 4th or the 3rd, the last time I made a video. And I came all the way up on my emails and I didn't see nothing. But I thought they supposed to send you a email. Well, see, I don't know because I don't know enough about this, Miss LA. I don't know enough about this shit. Hell, I might been getting struck all along if they ain't sending no email. Hey, Latasha. See, I don't know. Hey, Snapping Turtle. Welcome. Trying to speak so I can get over there because I got to get back over to uh, Twitch to see if Broadway's still live. And y'all know I'm going to top my night off over there at Bill because I know they throwing the kitchen sink and everything. Okay? And I told you they tore up Club Rodney's this morning. They've been clowning over here. And then Castro got hit in the head and blood was everywhere, y'all. Ooh, Dr. Soapy. Did you see Castro? Tommy to hit him in his head, child. He had blood running out down his face. It was blood all over the front of him. He didn't have no shirt on. It was blood just dripping. And then, as he was talking, that knot was getting big on his head. And they say Tommy in jail. Hey, Olivia. Olivia is. Yeah. Hey, Love Blake. Yeah, they Tommy done hit that boy in the head. He ought to be ashamed of himself. It don't take all that to break up. And it don't take all that to go together. Hey, Vanchella. Hey, Sparkle. It do not take all of that it don't take all of that. I really hate that he hit him like that. I really do. Honestly, like he think that Castro's supposed to do what he want him to do. Castro is grown. He can't make him do nothing. But child, when I heard Brianna talking about it, I ran right over there to see for myself. And I think that, like I said, I think he got knocked out for a minute. For a few. It was for too long to me. And then he came to and got up and stuff. And when he showed his face, child, it was just covered in blood, and he was wiping it, and it was just kept running down his face, and it was running all down on his chest, down to his stomach and stuff. God, it was awful. And see, people get hurt like that. Hey, Zero Likeness, it was bad, child. Now, honey, I'm getting ready to get back out here and run these streets. I'm sorry I went so fast, but I was trying to go fast because I got to get over here and see what they're doing over there at Bimp, child. Ooh, child. I can't believe Castro done hit Tommy done hit Castro in his head. Ooh, child. I hope they keep his ass in jail at least until Monday. They don't need to let him out. Ooh, child. Castro, you better get some shit and have around you next time. You don't let nobody run up on you and hit you or nothing. Both of y'all should have been swinging something. You all out there talking and stuff. You'll learn. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.